All right, guys, welcome back. So got a little more camping to do this week, but it's pretty windy. Like, it's windy enough that I wouldn't want to be like in the woods with a fire with all the dry leaves, because it's not rained here in a few good days. So decided to come back to a place that I've been to before. You guys have seen me here one other time, I think. The last time I was here, I made this fire ring. Somebody else has been here. I didn't leave all that wood, but yeah, we're just right down along the river again. This is all just a solid rock. Water's right there. There's like a few pine trees here, but like not a lot of real dry like leaves. So I feel a lot safer having a fire here. So I brought a fire ring. It's just an old piece of pipe, actually. I brought that with me so I can kind of scoop me out a little spot there around the rock, set that down, try to keep the fire nice and low. Should be good. The wind's supposed to die down later anyways. I just didn't want to take any chances with all the leaves, you know, catch it on fire somewhere. So you can probably hear that. Yeah, pretty windy, so definitely going to be careful and play it safe. But I need to get a fire going pretty soon. It's not real late, but where I got to keep it nice and low, I'm not going to be able to like get it blazing. So I want to let it burn for a few good hours and get some good coals in there to cook on. And tree branches falling over there. All right, let's get this fire ring going. Alright, so this is the piece of pipe we're dealing with. You can tell it's, I don't know, it's pretty long. 36 inch maybe? I don't know. But anyway, just gonna kind of round this out to where this kind of fits down in there. I think that'll be plenty tall enough to have a little fire going in here and not blow a bunch of ash and fire everywhere. All right, so that's kind of what we're dealing with there. It's like a little bit of a gap on the bottom, but not enough for anything to really blow out. So yeah, I think that'll be a pretty decent little fire. So now, let's run up some wood and get it going. All right, fire's been going for a minute. It's staying nice and low. I don't think anything too drastic is going to happen. Yeah, I think we'll just let that burn nice and slow. Get some good hot coals in there. I do have a new snack to try. I might dig that out, give that a shot. And it's probably just about time for an adult beverage, maybe. All right. Saw these, thought I better give them a shot. Blazing Buffalo and Ranch Doritos. Like most Doritos, I don't think I've ever actually had a Doritos I didn't like at least a little bit. Smells like they got a kick to them. I mean, it doesn't say that they're super hot, but it does say blazing, and it does have some flames coming off. So I'm expecting at least a pretty fair amount of kick. Huh. Very nice and red. I'm gonna say with the blazing Buffalo and Ranch, they're obviously going for like buffalo wing dipped in ranch, is my guess. I don't get that vibe so much. There's a little buffalo flavor. I don't know how much ranch I can tell. Definitely good. I wouldn't say blazing by any means. That could be a good bit hotter to me. There's a little more red than the other. I could definitely go like quite a few shades more of heat on those, but pretty tasty. And overall, I do like that. I don't know, $6.29 to me for a bag of chips seems crazy. Still, I don't know. I know they were a lot cheaper when I was a kid and all, but like, how's that any more than like $3.99 worth of chips? So we're gonna stand here and have way too many of these, even though I got dinner coming here in a bit. And as you saw, I had a little snack earlier. In case you didn't recognize it, that is, well, you can do a double cheeseburger or a McDouble for McDonald's, right? And you mix a McChicken in there. It's like one of their hacks. It's a name that I'm not going to say on here, but if you don't know what it's called, just Google it. But yeah, if you don't try one of those, you should try it. I ditched the ketchup and the mustard and go mac sauce instead. I do that on my like double cheeseburgers anyways though. I like a Big Mac, I don't like all the bread. So, a little hack for you there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put these down. All right, so you guys are in the back of the truck now because the wind is trying to blow over my tripod and that's getting annoying. It already blew it over once, pretty good. Camera landed right on its face. I don't know how it didn't break it. The last time that happened, I lost a few clips from the trip. I did a little experimental one a second ago and it was still there. So you might see this, you might not, I don't know, but I hope. So yeah, it's got you in the back of the truck now. Wind can't blow you over too far. So I'm gonna go with an old school classic today. I want to say I've had this on the channel before. Still pretty tasty. Denver, Colorado, since 1873. 24 ounce. 2 servings per container. 147 calories. I don't see a percentage anywhere. They have really fancied up those cans. Look at that. I like that artwork. Old school, kind of fancy. Not bad. So, despite the wind picking up, I have definitely managed to keep the fire under control. It's just kind of burning nice and low. And got a few good hours of daylight left. So I don't think I'm too pressed for time. But I think now what I should probably do is go ahead and get on this oil change. I think I found a spot on the rocks over here that I can pull the truck on. Kind of cock it up on one side and get under it easier. So I might try to do that. That way that's done and over with, and maybe start on some dinner here before too long. Yeah, I think that's the plan. Let's do that. All right, well, the wind blew my chair into the fire. Kind of melted that. That's perfect. So this wind is getting pretty annoying. All right, so what I've come up with here for an oil change is there's this ledge right here. Got a little scuff. I might have done that coming in. I don't know. Anyway, looks like I can get right up under there. Should be pretty easy to do, I think. So just gotta get some tools and get after it. All right, so if you're not familiar with these trucks, the oil filter is right there on the very front of the engine. And it's got like this weird little spout thing that it can kind of run out of. So it's not too awful hard to get to. So just need to get my oil filter pliers up in there, crank that out, try to catch all the oil, make sure my filter's the right one. 2% on the battery, so I'm gonna definitely lose you guys halfway through this, but anyway, got the old filter off way too tight. Like, I don't know why people get these, like, literally just snug them down hand tight, good enough. So look at that one, look at that one. If you can tell, fairly different, right? Well, here I am thinking that Advanced Auto Parts gave me the wrong filter, so I call them back. They read that number off. They say, yep, that's the right one. They said, what's the one on it? I said, a Ford Motorcraft. He said, what's the number? I told him. He says, no, not FLA, FL820, whatever. It's supposed to be FL500. So, it turns out the company I bought the truck off of put the wrong filter on it. So, now I'm going to go with the right one. Oh, and also the gasket is stuck on this engine still, apparently. Always make sure that you get that off there, because if you put the other one on top of the old gasket, usually they leak. So I gotta get in there and try to fish that out now. All right, mission successful. Really glad I caught that, because that would have been pretty upsetting to lose all this brand new expensive oil. All right, so now I'm just gonna go back in with the new filter. All right, so now let's see how extremely over tight this drain plug is. Yeah, it was over tightened, but not as bad as I thought it would be, really. So now I just gotta try to hit this tiny drain pan, because these things apparently hold like 8 quarts of oil. So I'm gonna have to drain some in the pan, block it off, drain the pan, start again. I've been here for a little bit now, but this is definitely gonna be plenty warm enough to burn me. And a little warm, not too bad, surprisingly. All right, so that pan was so tiny that I had to slide under, pull the plug, fill the pan, jam it back in, come out, drain it, go back under twice. Because I guess these hold like 8 quarts of oil. I don't know how. It doesn't make any sense. I'm just like a small block Ford engine, but whatever. So I always run Lucas in mine. I have a few vehicles now that I've ran for like 4 years, like 25,000 miles, something like that. And I've ran this stuff in them like the whole time. And it seems to help, because like I hardly ever have to add oil between changes. The oil stays clean for a really long time. Always get real good oil pressure. So I always go with a whole jug of this every time. And it was on sale today. Instead of like $16.99, it was like $13.99. All right, so after a while, I like to cut the bottom out of the Lucas jug, kind of makes a funnel. And then you can go with your oil. This unit is going to get some Fram 5W20 flavor. I guess there were some issues with Fram back in the day, and it's better now. I really don't know, but that's what we're going with. So I'm going to try to get in there without dumping it everywhere. I'm definitely going to need both hands. I'm going to spill it. All right, oil's been changed. Got my mess cleaned up. Had oil all the way down my arm from having to take that drain plug in and out. So wrecked my hoodie, brought it back up, got that changed. Fire's burned down pretty decent. There's definitely coals in there. So I think what I'm gonna do is maybe start with cooking some chicken. Try to save the pasta for last, because I don't want that sitting around getting all gummy and whatever it does. All right, let's get this chicken going, huh? All right, I have not done this in forever, and I've never done it at camp, but I think these boneless chicken tenders ought to do the trick. I thought about thighs. I didn't feel like trimming a ton of fat. I thought about chicken breast. I didn't know if they'd be dry, maybe. I don't know how they could be in Alfredo. But these were $2.57. So, kind of went that route. I don't know if I should. There's still a little fat on there to trim off, but it should be entirely too much, I think. Could trim a little bit of this off, I guess. Or most of it, because it looks like it goes right through the middle. Pretty much does. I should have went with these. But anyway, I'm going to anyways. So I have them now. And I think I'm just going to go green top Danos. If you guys ever had this on chicken, it's really good. I think a fair amount on here should do all right. And then I'll season the actual Alfredo with some other stuff. That skillet is nice and hot. Shouldn't take very long, I don't think. All right, got some water on starting to boil. These are going to cook pretty quickly. There's one hot fire. Oh yeah. Collar on those. All right, so chicken appears to be done. I'm going to say done enough, because it's going to cook a little more in the sauce. Yeah, I could go another minute or two, but I could also just throw it right back in the skillet for a couple minutes. But I want to get it chopped up a little here. All right, I think it's about time we start this sauce. I'm going with an excessive amount of butter, of course, why not? hit it with some garlic. I like a pretty good bit in mine. That should be definitely too much. I have just like a dash of onion powder left. It's not even really enough, but I'm gonna go in with it anyways. And it's old, so it's kind of stuck together. Oh, that wind is just getting ridiculous. Pasta is cooked about perfectly. All right, sauce is not looking too bad. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but I want to throw in a little something. I'm going to go a little parsley, a little oregano. Definitely want to go with a touch of basil. Not much. Plenty of ash in there. Give it a little extra seasoning. And a little pepper. I think that should be all right. All right, so chicken and pasta reintroduced into the skillet. I got Italian 5 cheese, shredded low moisture, part skim mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, Asiago, and Romano. It's not traditional, I know, but it was on sale. And I'm pretty convinced that it's going to be tasty. All right, guys, finished product. There is like ash or dirt or something all over this camera, but I don't know if you can see that or not, but that turned out pretty decent, I must say. I didn't mean to, but like, I got like a cheese pool situation going out of it. Got a passerby and another one. I'll buy them down for a bite of dinner, huh? Yeah, that cheese was maybe the right choice. I don't know. Yeah. Chicken turned out good. Pasta cooked perfectly. I'm gonna have this just everywhere. Yeah, that may be, I mean, it's definitely the best I've ever made. I've not made it in years. I've never made it over a fire. You should do it over a fire. That is not too bad. It's quite a disaster to eat. It's tasty. I'm even just saying this. This may be the best Alfredo I've ever had, period. It's gonna be a rough night. I'm gonna eat way too much of that. Wish I could learn to do this in a small amount. I don't know. How do you do that? Someone tell me how I can cook for one person and not a family of 6. I've been wanting this for a while. I've been wanting to make this on the channel for, I mean, since the beginning. I'm not sure why it took so long to do this, but I am glad I did. Alright. I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do this because this is just ridiculous, but I'm gonna finish this and I'll just go have a little more. A little bit. I got some spicy Danos in there. I kind of want to try dash that one. I think it might be alright. Oh, I'll check back in. Alright. Got just a touch more. I'm not gonna overdo it. I won't do it. You can't tell, probably. There's a slight red tint to that. I had to try the spicy Danos on there. I've not had anything that I've put spicy Danos on that it wasn't good. I've never had a spicy Alfredo. So the hot sauce I brought, and I'm gonna try it, is for in the morning. I thought about trying it on here, I just don't. Spicy and Alfredo don't sound right. But the spicy Dano's on here is not bad. I don't think spicy Dano's is even spicy. It just has a good flavor, and that's all it gives that, is just that little extra flavor. It's not too bad. I don't know. I think I actually prefer it without better. But still not bad. One little bite left. Oh. That little extra didn't look like much until I got halfway through it. Forgot I'd done a little snacking today. But that was tasty. The only thing to do now is just sit around and kind of feel miserable for a little bit. Might run up some more wood. Keeping that fire down was definitely the ticket. Didn't catch anything on fire. Nothing got too out of hand. So, stoke it up a touch. Not much, just a little bit. Maybe have another adult beverage or two. But not right away, because it's bad. I got too much in me. Way too much food. But hopefully the wind calms down. I don't know. It's supposed to, like I thought by now. Still blowing pretty good. Well, you know what time of the night it is. That is the last of the firewood. A lot of hot coals in there. That'd be really nice for cooking. But no more cooking to be done. But that is so nice and warm. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch it burn down for a few more minutes and just head to bed. It is bedtime. It's gonna be nice to lay down. Get these boots off my feet. Done with that. Cover up with these blankets. Forget that hatch open. Probably get way too cold tonight. And not even care about it. Alright. Good night, y'all. See you in the morning. Super nice morning, guys. No, well, there's a few clouds. Not many clouds in the sky. Anyway, yeah, slept pretty well again. I think I woke up like once tonight, maybe. Not too bad. Didn't get cold. Already got breakfast going. Got some sausage going there. Going to use the grill because the piece of pipe that I brought for the fire ring, I got to set that off to the side and let it cool down because it is like 1/2 inch thick and that thing holds some heat. So to be able to handle that, I want it to cool down. So we're going to grill breakfast, but should be pretty tasty, I think. I've never had this before. Should be easy, all one pan, one skillet. I need to get my onions in there. Onion is in. I should have put that in way sooner. They probably are not going to cook down as much as I'd like for them to. Right now it's probably about time to put in our day-old rice. That's way too much rice. I don't know why I made all that. I saw some people use green pepper for this. Well, I opened it upside down, but I think I'm just going to do a diced green chili. I think that should be pretty tasty in here. Okay, now I didn't see anybody add these to theirs on like recipes, but I know it goes in like other fried rice and it tastes pretty good. So I'm not going to go heavy, but I am going to go a little bit of sesame oil to give it a little bit of something there. And then soy, I don't want it to be super salty or anything. I do want to give it just a dash just to see how it tastes, and if it's not good, I won't do it next time. So just to be quick and easier, I'm gonna go with this fully cooked again. I've had this a couple times now, and this stuff is not terrible. I'm gonna say for the value, not so much, because this stuff is like $5.59 or something at the store. Like a big pack, you know what I mean, of regular bacon is like $1 less, and you get more in it. But this stuff is definitely easier. So I'm just gonna kind of break this up into smallerish pieces. It's only going to take a minute for this to warm up. It should only take a minute for the eggs to cook. So it should be pretty close to done, I feel like. Alright. Got a few eggs whisked up here. Going with that. I don't know that my ratios are going to be exact here because I've not done this before. Should be fairly close, I think. Alright, eggs have been added. Stirred in. Starting to set up a little bit. I think the last step is cheese. So I'm going to go ahead and open a coffee because I've not done that yet. I've been trying to rush this together, and it comes together fairly quickly once your sausage is cooked. I know I've had a couple of these Black Rifles. I can't remember that I've had the caramel vanilla. These are only 140 calories. The ones I've had, I don't think I cared much for. They were kind of like really strong. I mean, it's espresso. I can't talk today at all. 300 milligram triple shot. So that's probably why. Actually, it's not terrible. I really don't know that I've had this one. It's not bad. It is a little strong. It's definitely not overly sweet though. It's got a weird aftertaste though. Kind of lingers around. I don't know. I get it again, but I don't love it. I give it like a 5.8. Oh, that'd get me through for the time being. Eggs are setting up just a touch, it looks like. And I think all we do is throw some cheese on there. Should be good to go. I'm just going Colby Jack because I didn't know what to put in here, and it was on sale. So Colby Jack is good on normally about anything that I put it on. Which you like, you know, a breakfast scramble or something like that. So I think it'll be all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this lid, turn the heat off, let that melt for a few. We'll try. All right, breakfast is complete. I mean, it's not like amazing to look at, but it smells good. Cheese got melty. May have went a little heavy on the cheese. That's hot. That's really hot. That's what I'm noticing first off, is the heat and the lack of taste buds and feeling I have left on my tongue. I should have gave that much more time. That is really good though. That's really good. I like that. I haven't even put pepper on it yet. Wow, that's surprising. Well, I mean, it's not that surprising. That's why I made so much, because I really had an idea that I was going to like it. And I was going to take it home and have some later and tomorrow, probably the next day, judging by that skillet full. And I pre-made double that for rice, so I can have this again later if I go buy more ingredients. Because rice, to me, is like pasta. I make enough for me. I'm actually making enough for like a small town. Don't know why I do that. Every time. Alright, see if pepper helps. Sure it probably will. Pepper helps. Like, to me, that's plenty salty enough. Because you're getting some salt from the pork, and then I put that soy sauce in there. It's not bad at all. One thing right away that I would do different is fry the bacon and get that a little crispier. Because I think that crispy bacon would be like a nice like texture change. because everything's kind of the same thing in here. Probably tastes a little better, crispier too. And I got a new hot sauce to try. Alright, I'm back. So, I usually put sriracha on my, like, fried rice. Or just Asian food in general. I don't know, it usually just seems to go well with it. So I found this. I've never had, I don't think I've ever even heard of Yellowbird. I don't remember where I got this now. Maybe like a $1 bin at Walmart or something. Blue agave sriracha. Red jalapeno peppers, blue agave nectar, distilled vinegar, garlic, salt, tangerine juice concentrate, lime juice concentrate. Made in Texas, gluten-free. Huh. It's a mellow hot, it says. They are at yellowbirdfoods.com. You want to check them out? So, see what this is all about. Wow. You kind of get hit right in the face with sweetness at first. It's a little chunky. I don't know how I feel about that. Try a little bit in case it's not good on there, which I hope it is, because it's all I brought. Maybe see that on there. It's all right. I think personally, I would just go with like regular old sriracha before that. It's really not bad. I'll definitely cover it in it. I'm not really getting much of a kick yet. I mean, I know it says mellow, would it say mellow hot? So like I didn't expect it to be too intense. But yeah. I like it. So I'm gonna finish that up. And then trying to clean up this disaster of a mess. Put away those leftovers. And try to hit the road here shortly. I do have some things to do today. Yeah, I don't know. What you guys think of this? You guys ever try it? I feel like it's a fairly new thing. I've only seen a few videos on it. Definitely may revisit this later on the channel if you guys like it, because if I do it like this again and get the bacon crispy, maybe mix in a couple eggs, but then like fry an egg on top and put it over top your bowl, get that yolk mixed in there, I think it'll be pretty good. Just like the egg is kind of blends in where it's not so noticeable like this. And I think it'd be good in a breakfast burrito. Kind of leave the sausage a little bit thicker, like crumbles. Crisp up the bacon. Maybe do the eggs separately. Put it in the shell nice and even. Roll that up and grill that so we get like all the flavors all at once. I think that would be pretty tasty. All right, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna finish this. Hang tight. All right, guys, mess cleaned up. Dishes are done, all that good stuff. And I think it's about time to get out of here. I just realized I didn't rate that hot sauce. It wasn't bad. I guess srirachas could kind of be in their own category. There's quite a few of them out there. Out of the srirachas, I would say it's one of the better ones I've had. I've had a couple that are pretty rough. I mean, on the sriracha level, it's probably like a 7-8. Not bad. As an overall hot sauce, it's still all right, but it'd be more like a 5-8. Like, you know, there's quite a few other hot sauces I have over that, but we'll definitely finish that little bottle. Shouldn't take long. Definitely got a few more hot sauces in the stash to try in the future. Yeah, I kind of saved it for this morning because I didn't figure hot sauce on Alfredo would be all that good, but I don't know, never tried it. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. I know there's a couple different recipes out there for Alfredo, but that's just kind of how I do it, and it turns out pretty tasty usually. Definitely going to revisit that fried rice recipe and change that up a little bit, because that was pretty tasty. I like that. Not upset about leftovers. And yeah, that's about it. And we'll get out of here, because it is turning out to be one nice day. Warming up pretty nicely. When I went to bed, it was 39 degrees. So I don't really know what it got down to last night, but it wasn't bad. I think today it's supposed to get to like 54, I don't know, something like that. But it is officially spring as of yesterday. I don't know. It's springtime. So springtime, time has sprung forward, and I'm excited. Can't wait for some summertime adventures. So stick around for that. Got a lot of good stuff planned for this summer. Just think about hitting that subscribe button, and I think it automatically tells you when I upload, or you gotta maybe click the little bell. I don't know. But yeah, leave me a comment, like, whatever you like to do. I'll definitely try to reply to everybody, and if I've not, then sorry, because I just overlooked it somehow. But I like talking to you guys, so yeah, drop me a comment if you want. Thanks for coming along. Definitely come back next week, because you know we'll do it again. But for now, thanks for watching.